All right, and we are live here as the Seymour Wildcats at 5-2 take on the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans, coming in at 3-1. We're live at Seymour High School. I'm Zachary Gerstner, and I'm here with.
Dino Varelli. Zach, we got a great match tonight. Waterbury Career Academy, former state champion in the last 2 years. Also reigning two-time NVL champions come in 3-1, 3-0 in the league. So we're going to pause here for a couple seconds here while they play the national anthem. And we'll be back to you in about 30 seconds with our tonight's starting lineups. All right, Zach, we are back. So
Yeah,
I guess we're
so
going to go into our lineups here for our home Seymour Wildcats.
yeah, so let's meet our starting Seymour Wildcats boys lineup.
Senior captain, Robbie Carfiello, number 2. Senior captain, number 10, Joey Carfiello.
Senior captain number 4, Shane White. Nobody in practice could guard me.
Logan Hamilton, number 0, senior. Shane cannot guard me.
I'm Brandon Calvers, number 5, senior.
Joe Carfiello, head coach of the Seymour Wildcats. This is my 22nd year as the varsity coach.
All right, Dino. So we just met our starting Seymour Wildcats lineup, and they're being introduced right now with emphatic announcements right there.
Number 2, senior captain.
Yeah, Zach, I think they made the speakers a little bit louder tonight for the special MC. So we'll do our best here over the Seymour lineup to introduce the WCA starters. WCA is coached by Ronan O'Leary. Starters are Anthony Rodriguez, Markai Weaver, Kiwan Petway, Zaire Moreno, and Dylan Rossi for WCA. So some of you may be first timers here to Project Purple Sports. And before we get into the game, let's quickly talk about Project Purple. We're a Seymour based charity that provides financial aid and hope to patients battling pancreatic cancer. Project Purple Sports supports patients battling this disease through patient financial aid and nutrition assistance programs. We also raise funds for critical research and early detection and treatment for pancreatic cancer. To learn more about our mission and what we do, visit projectpurple.org and follow us on social media, wherever you may be on social media. We're excited to be able to partner with many local and regional schools in providing live streaming access and support to their student athletes. We're back here in Seymour. We're going to have, it looks like, Shane White Jr. along with Weaver at the tip. Seymour with control over to Joey Carpiello. He gets started.
That was quick, Dino. 6 seconds.
That might be the quickest bucket this year.
Oh, deep three on the way. That'll be off. It'll be controlled by Waterbury, though.
So, Zach, new addition to the starting lineup here for Seymour. Senior Brandon Calabrese replaces Jake George in the starting lineup. So let's see how this deep three again. It's good for Kiwan
I'd like to point out for those at home, we do have a new scoreboard. Oh, I didn't start the clock, but I am keeping track of the score. Don't bear with us here. A little bit of growing pains, but
Carfiello with a nice drive to the hole for his second. He's 2 for 2, Zach. So WCA is the long three taken down by White.
All right, now I got the timer back on board too, so we're all
Awesome.
good for those at home.
So, Zach, I know we talked about this briefly. This game's going to be fast-paced. We got Brandon Calabrese in for Jake George as a starter here. More of an offensive threat. Logan Hamilton with a deep three. That's off the mark. Nice drive there by Petway. He gets it too. He's on the offense here for WCA early. They take a 5-4 lead with 6:20. Full court man-to-man for WCA, Zach. I don't think Seymour's seen this look yet this year.
Not unless they've played in away games. Shane will try a three. Be off the mark
for White.
I think it'll stay here with Seymour, though.
So, Zach, first game for Seymour in a critical stretch as they enter into the Waterbury stretch of schools. WCA reigning two-time NVL champion. Turnover there. Very quick team. Petway with it again. Off the mark. Moreo gets a rebound and the putback. Zaire Moreo's first points.
Yeah, it's very fast-paced. You know, I can't even check the scoreboard before people are scoring.
White over to Carfiello. Robbie Carfiello, it is. Brandon Calabrese wide open. He's in there for offense. Turns around. Carfiello had a hand on it, but Zach, that one was about to drop. I don't know what happened there, but that was a good shot by Brandon Calabrese.
It was. It doesn't get any closer than that, Dino.
So Jeremiah Williams looks like is in there in the starting line. I think we had it wrong. They had it wrong in the book. They may have made that change. Looks like Anthony Rodriguez is not in as a starter, but Jeremiah Williams, number 4, is in the game for WCA. Player who's had some big games here early for WCA. They've only played 4 games. Deep three for Williams. Wow. From the hash mark.
I think they're going to want to maybe close out on him, you know, not let him line it up for
Williams. Makes it a 4-10 game, Zach. Turnover by Hamilton. Steal by Calabrese. Takes it to the home. Robbie Carfiello had a hand on it. Hustle play here. Seymour down 4-10 here early, Zach.
They've just missed a few baskets, and that's the difference right now, early.
Moreo with it up top. All the offense from Petway, Williams, and Moreo. Nice pass there from WCA. Tough play. Rossi had a hand on it. Calabrese comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, Carfield was close to getting his first foul there. Just stayed straight up, though.
Refs are letting him play here, Zach.
Well, that can be a good and a bad thing, Dino.
Joey Carfield drives, gets stopped. Robbie gives it a look. So WCA in a hard man-to-man. This might be a mismatch here, Zach. Nice pass from Carfield to Hamilton with a deep three.
That was huge, huge basket. Seymour hasn't scored since about the 5-minute mark here. And they needed something to get their offense going. Hamilton delivers.
Assist from Joey Carfiello. Nice job there by Joey.
Good block.
Blocked by Shane White.
Carfiello doesn't see. He's got 2 on him.
Carfiello over to Carfiello. Carfiello will drive. Drives in the lane. Hangs. He makes the basket.
And just like that, a flurry of 5 points, and Seymour's down 1.
Williams with it. Weaver drives. Stolen by Hamilton. I think Carfiello had a hand on it, but Hamilton gets the steal, Zach. Over to Calabrese. Back over to Carfiello. I do like the Seymour motion here, Zach. There's a lot of movement going off the ball. Carfiello drives. That's a good call there. There's a lot of contact. Looks like we're going to see subs for both teams here. First foul on number 11. Moreo will have his first foul of the game. Jake George in to replace Brandon Calabrese, and Markai Weaver replaced by Anthony Rodriguez. So first sub, Jake George with the ball. Wheelan gets it back to Logan Hamilton.
Good ball fake.
Nice shot there by Robbie Carfiello. Hamilton back.
Oh, that's a charge. Come on.
Carfiello with the steal.
So you guys know from last year, I really like to see charges. Carfiello try a deep three.
Deep three.
And Seymour is back in front, Dino.
And it's
Just
been
like
the
that.
Joey Carfiello show, Zach. He's got 9. 9 of the 12 points here for Seymour.
Well, he is one of a few people in the NVL and then all of the state of Connecticut averaging 20 points per game.
Nice job there. Joey Carfiello gets a hand on it. Steal by Carfiello. Drives. And he's in double digits, Zach, with 11 here early. 14-10. Seymour, a minute 44 to go.
He's outscoring WCA by himself here.
Hamilton had a hand on it. Williamson with a deep three. White had a hand on it, got bumped. Moreo with another rebound and putback.
I think he was looking for a foul there.
And I apologize, that was Williams with a deep three. Robbie Carfiello with a quick 2. He gets on the board, Zach.
Well, just like that, offense has slowed down a bit, but they picked right back up.
So 16-12 here with a minute to go. Rodriguez brings it up. Shows from Seymour. Williams with the corner 3. That's good. He's going to be a tough out tonight, Zach. That's his second 3.
He is quick, Dino. Quick release, too. It reminds me of Jordan Hawkins from UConn on that championship team.
He's just about a foot shorter.
Yeah.
Carfiello with the screen up top. Hamilton drives, nothing there. White. George gets it back to Carfiello. Looks like that's going to be a foul on the floor. Looks like Petway. Petway's going to pick up his first. So 16-15 Seymour. Couple substitutions here. Joey Carfiello, Shane White go out. Brandon Calabrese, first time here, Anthony Cortella, the starting quarterback. So we've got, nice play to Jake George there. Lost it for a minute. Ball's on the ground, loose. Again, on the ground. Rossi with it. Over to Rodriguez in the corner. Rodriguez with a clutch 3 there, Zach.
WCA can really shoot the ball, Dino. They can shoot it well.
Into the game also for WCA, Alex Turner gives them some height, some length there on the Robbie Carfiello. No count, no
He's
counting
gonna
by
have
the
to
ref.
go. And there's a
Yeah,
foul.
it looks like that's a good call by the ref. Advantage, disadvantage there. So Turner picks up his first. Seymour crowd here has been kind of quiet, but Calabrese gets it in the Robbie Carfiello turnover there. Minute. I don't think he got it off, Zach.
No, he did not, but he didn't make it anyways. So we'll go into the second quarter here, Dino, with Waterbury up 2 on Seymour right now, and it was a bit of a, I guess, spikes or I can't think of the word. It goes up, goes down, goes
Spurts.
up.
I
Yeah,
think it's
spurts.
spurts. So we saw WCA come out with a spurt. Seymour attacked that. A little bit of back and forth, and then we've seen spurts from both teams. But Zach, you know, impressed with both teams so far. As we said in the beginning, this is Seymour's first kind of run through the Waterbury gauntlet, as we'll call it, with the Waterbury teams, which traditionally have been kind of a powerhouse in the NVL. And WCA being the reigning champion, two-time champion
Yeah.
here. I know you said they haven't stopped, and great shooting from Williams, Rodriguez, and Petway there from 3 to really keep this a 2-point lead here for WCA early.
Yeah, I mean, with that, with you starting to talk about the Waterbury Gauntlet, let's take a brief look at the upcoming games for Seymour on Project Purple Sports. On Friday, Seymour will be here against Crosby. Then on the 17th, it'll be the Project Purple game against Torrington, and then we'll be back for Seymour versus Wilby on the 24th.
And then Seymour on Monday, next Monday, is going up to Holy Cross, which should be a great game as well. So, and we'll go over the NVL standings in a bit here as we get back to live play. Rossi with a pass. Williams with it in the corner. Back over to Rodriguez. Deep 3 off the mark. Moreo had it. White had it. Bobbled around. Moreo with a drive. Williams, he's got the bigger Joey Carfiello on him. Deep 3. Zach Carfiello with a rebound. Strong rebound by Joey Carfiello.
Seymour's going to need to start boxing out. Otherwise, they're going to lose the rebound battle. And against a team that's been hitting a ton of threes on you, you can't allow them to start running away with it.
Carfiello drives over to Cortella, back to Carfiello. He's got a rebound. Dylan Rossi with the rebound. Bobbled. Calabrese with the steal. Joey Carfiello bringing the ball up. So Seymour really doesn't have a point guard out there. White with it. Calabrese. Yeah, I see Robbie
checking back in.
Little loosey-goosey here for Seymour in terms of the offensive flow. I mean, all these players can put the ball on the ground as we're seeing. So Carfiello drives. That's probably a smart play. 11. That's going to be Moreo's second foul.
He's lucky they called a foul there because he was half a step away from getting called on a travel.
So Robbie Carfiello in for Jake George, and number 2, Markai Weaver in. Looks like he's going to replace Moreo, who has 2 fouls. So WCA doesn't have a lot of size, Zach. I mean, Dylan Rossi's probably their biggest player. He also happens to be their starting quarterback. They were a state semifinalist this year for football. So kind of interesting, both quarterbacks. We got Ant Cortella, who's starting Seymour quarterback, guarded by, that's going to be a shot clock violation by Seymour. Just couldn't get the ball off time. But as I was saying, you got quarterback guarding quarterback. Looks like there's a question here about the shot clock. So yeah, that was a quick shot clock violation.
I think they're looking. Well, Shane's letting us know that the shot clock didn't reset after the foul.
So Seymour with a shot clock violation there, but I think that's going to get reversed here quick, Zach. So let's talk a little bit about the NVL here while we've got this break in play. So both teams come in, as we said, 3-1 for WCA, and also 5-2 for Seymour. So current NVL standings as of this morning: Holy Cross was first, 3-1. WCA and Seymour tied for second. If you look at the point standings, they both have 8 points in the NVL. As I mentioned, WCA comes in 3-1, Seymour 5-2, and then St. Paul's fourth at 5-2, and then Torrington at 4-2. So, this is a big game in terms of not only time of the season. I know we mentioned, Seymour starting their Waterbury Gauntlet Tour with having 3 Waterbury teams in a row, and then Torrington, but also in terms of standings early in the in the NVL. This will probably have some implications, Zach,
Yeah.
as where these teams kind of end the year,
It's
even though this is
also
an early game.
it's also a good test for both teams to kind of start playing some top or better tier competition.
Yeah, and Seymour comes off a shellacking of Oxford on Saturday. They were up about 50 in that game. Ended up being a 35-point victory at Oxford. WCA comes off a tight win against a very strong Torrington team, which I know we'll see in a couple of weeks, or actually next week here at Seymour. So, you know, a lot of big games here this week, next week in the NVL and across the state. So, in terms of state rankings, though, we'll talk about that while we still have a break here. Division One, which WCA is in the Division One, is 8th currently, and Seymour is currently in Division 3. They are 9th. Jump ball there, Carfiello and Williams going to stay Seymour ball. So guess we got the shot clock figured out. They set it back to, I think, 16, 15. So White to inbound with Williams guarding Shane White Jr. here. Robbie Carfiello back into the game for Seymour. He's guarded by Anthony Rodriguez.
He's waiting for a shot clock reset.
Cortella gets it. I think Coach O'Leary wanted a backcourt violation. Zach, I will say this. I don't want to. The refs are letting them play. There's been a lot of physicality here early in this game. So almost like that's a good call. Advantage, disadvantage there. Both refs blew the whistle there. So that's going to be the first on Jeremiah Williams. But when you look at those bang plays, Zach, it's advantage, disadvantage. Did the offensive player gain an advantage or be at a disadvantage from the contact? And clearly there, Shane White, his body was moved out of the way by the contact of Williams. So easy call for the ref in my book. Again, the refs are really letting these guys play. Number 2 is all over. Looks like Carfiello comes down the limp. Robbie Carfiello with a 3, but not a good sign for Joey Carfiello lifting back.
I think he got his knee knocked into another player.
Yeah, it looks like a knee.
Maybe he got a Charlie horse, one of the two.
Looks like WCA is running like a flex, Zach. They're trying to get Williams on the baseline for a 3, but Seymour's doing a good job here in this 3-2. That's the play you got to make. Rossi, it's going to be the first on Cortella. It's the first foul on Seymour, Zach.
Yeah, well, as you said, the refs have been letting them play.
Looks like it might be a Charlie horse, Zach. He's kind of trying to walk it off. I think he's telling his dad he's okay. Rossi makes the first. Looks like they're going to take Joe out. Seymour is up 19-18. Hopefully it's nothing serious, Zach.
Yeah, I think it's just discomfort.
Rossi misses a second. White with the rebound, though. So Robbie Carfiello drives, gets stripped.
It's ripped away.
Ripped away by Williams. Good foul there by Brandon Calabrese. That'll be his first. WCA had Markai Weaver with a breakaway. Looks like Joey Carfiello is just trying to walk it off. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Williams gets it back. Got to watch where he is. Rossi gets it back to Williams. Over. steal there by Calabrese.
Almost a kick ball there. Carpiello almost didn't see Williamson coming.
Hamilton drives. Nice take by Hamilton. Cortella had a hand on it. Rodriguez up with it. Another steal by Robbie Carfiello. Drives. Little hectic play here, Zach. They're letting them
Yeah,
play.
very
There's a
hectic.
lot of contact, both sides of the ball.
And that'll be an and one there for Rodriguez.
Yeah, they're really letting them play here, Zach. So 21 makes it a 21-19. Let's see if Rodriguez can extend this. Looks like a good sign here. Joey Carfiello coming into the game,
Yeah,
replacing Anthony Cortella.
Few subs for WCA with Kiwan Petway checking in.
And number 10, who we have no name on, wasn't in the book.
Awesome.
So Rodriguez makes it a 3-point lead here, 22-19, 4:25 left in this quarter and in the half. Robbie Carfiello dribbles. Williams tried to steal.
Quick. He is very quick.
Yeah. This WCA team, that's tipped. So, I thought that was tipped. Looks like the other official, nope, thought they were going to correct that. I thought that was tipped, Zach, but.
Yeah, it was close.
So timeout Seymour. So the pressure here, so what we're seeing here early, Zach, it's a physical game. Refs are letting them play a little bit. And I think in that first quarter, Seymour matched the physicality of WCA. But here clearly in the second quarter, WCA has been the aggressor in terms of the physicality, really getting out, as we like to say, they're getting in their shorts, Zach, in terms of guarding them.
They are.
So,
they are. They're doing a good job all across the board. I mean, for WCA, if they didn't have a few miscues with drop passes leading to steals, they could have a nice 8 to 10 point lead right now, Dino. I mean, it starts with their defense. They're very quick. They're very quick to trap too, and Seymour hasn't figured that out yet. That as soon as they get one-on-one or they drive past someone, the next player is closing in, trapping them, and they're not able to kick it out because they're waiting that extra split second to make that decision, which is kind of the difference right now.
Yeah, so Seymour comes back out. Looks like they're starting 5. And we'll try to give you an update on who WCA counters here with, because they did do some substitutions here if they kept them in. So it looks like Rodriguez, Weaver, Williams, number 10, who I apologize, number 10, we don't have you in the book, and Petway are back in. So looks like their starters along with number 10. So size-wise, though, Zach, WCA is giving up some size here, height-wise.
I don't think
Williams with a deep 3, Zach. He is unconscious. He just shoots. I mean, his threes have been 3 to 4 feet behind the 3-point line. He can stroke it.
NBA range,
25-19 WCA here, 3:40 left in this quarter. Hamilton with it. 2 players come to him. Carfiello with Williams guarding him, drives to his brother Joey. Hamilton with the rebound. Nice job there by Hamilton to get the offensive rebound. Looks like that foul is going to be on number 1, Anthony Rodriguez. Quick sub here, number 14, Marcellus Robinson into the game. So we've seen 9 WCA players so far here, Zach.
We have
long pass. Miscommunication there. Carfiello with the turnover.
Yeah, there was just no one open there. I mean, they were trying to run something for inbounds, but didn't work out too well.
So Coach Ronan O'Leary, as we said in the beginning, 2-time NBL champions, WCA. So he's gone to his bench quite a bit, Zach. So he's got confidence in his players. A lot of these kids, wow, nice move by Williams there. It's like foul on the ground. Looks like 10. So that's going to be Joey Carfiello's first there, Zach. But Coach Ronan O'Leary, not afraid to go to his bench, Zach.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, if you have the caliber of players that they have, I mean, why not? Keep the rest of your players fresh.
Nice move there by Makai Weaver back into the game. He gets on the board, 27-19.
Seymour needs someone to score here, Dino. They need a basket bad.
White with a deep three, off the mark. Carfiello with the rebound, though.
It was an assist, Dino. Put that in the book as an assist.
Yeah. .14 with a deep three, off the mark. WCA gets White with a steal.
Well, Seymour needs to score here.
Got to get points, Zach. You got to get points.
They've had too many empty trips this second quarter.
White with it in the corner, back to Carfiello, to Hamilton. Deep three for Hamilton. Looks like there was some contact.
Yeah, he didn't let him land.
Petway with a two. Makes it 29-21 WCA here. Carfiello with a drive and is fouled. It looks like that's going to be number 2. So first foul, Makai Weaver. Looks like Dylan Rossi's going to check back into the game. He replaces number 10. So Marcellus Robinson still into the game. Nope. Who's coming out? Coach Ronan O'Leary. I guess he's got to wait for the second shot. That's right. That was like a hockey substitution there, Zach. It's just on the fly.
Yeah.
So Joey Carfiello to the line for 2. First free throws for Seymour here. Misses the first. So Dylan Rossi in for number 10. Apologize, we don't have number 10's name, but we'll try to get that at halftime. Carfiello makes the second. 29-22.
Here's a little bit of a defensive look here, maybe to try to slow the momentum.
Rodriguez with a 3. Off the mark, but Makai Weaver with a rebound.
They're getting killed on second chance points here. That's the difference right here so far, and too many empty possessions offensively.
Robbie Carfiello, Williams guarding him. Weaver guarding Joey Carfiello. Hamilton with Rodriguez on him. Robbie Carfiello open. Nice pass there to Joey Carfiello. Off the mark. Rossi had it. George had a hand on it. Looks like they're going man-to-man here. I think Robbie Carfiello's got to step up a little bit on Williams because he can really shoot. Excuse me. Petway with a deep 3.
You know, it looks like they can all shoot it for WCA.
34-22 WCA. Zach, the confidence of this WCA team, they do not get rattled.
They don't. And it's only going to continue to grow if Seymour can't get anything going offensively.
White with it in the corner. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams on Carfiello. Hamilton with it. Switch by WCA. Hamilton trying to drive through the lane. Looks like that's going to be on Robinson.
Put him in the bonus, no, with the 5th one?
Yeah, so 2 shots for Hamilton here.
No, this is good for Seymour, considering they have struggled to get anything going offensively in the second quarter. I think they have 4 points here, if I did the math correct? Maybe 6?
6. Hamilton makes the first. Looks like we're getting a new sub here, Zach. This is the 10th player that we've seen here for Coach O'Leary for WCA. Cesar Copio. Actually, excuse me, the 11th player because number 10 we don't have in the book. Hamilton makes the second.
If you're
So
Seymour,
10-point game.
yeah, and if you're Seymour, you just want to lock down, not allow WCA to score here, and take it with a 10-point.
Rossi with the 2-and-1, Zach, and as you said that, White with the foul. I was gonna say Williams came out of the game, so there's no reason to like get up in everyone's shorts at the hash mark. They should have sat back, and what did Rossi do? Smart senior player, quarterback. He cut to the hole and was wide open. Rossi makes the free throw.
Well, if you're Seymour, you got to go quick. You got to get a basket.
White had it. Carfiello shoots off the mark. So WCA 37, Seymour 24 at the half, Zach. So if you're Seymour, you got to get back to what got you to take the lead in that first quarter.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, though, because when the only one who's scoring for you in the first quarter is Joey Carfiello, it's very easy to make defensive adjustments until someone else is going to start to make any shots. It's very easy. So that's the biggest thing. If I'm Seymour, you got to get someone going, and you have four players who all average double figures. I know we didn't get into some of the statistics for Seymour yet, but Logan, Shane, Joey, and Robbie all average over 10 points a game. So you have the ability to score points. They just need to figure it out.
Yeah, and also, Zach, you got to do it on defense. We didn't see, that second quarter, WCA pretty much had their way offensively. So we're going to pause here while the cheerleaders perform, and we'll be back to you with 2 minutes left in the half.
Wildflower Confections is a veteran-run boutique bakery in downtown Seymour. I say boutique because we do custom cakes for all kinds of occasions, big or small, birthdays, weddings, big celebrations, all things that you would need something sweet for. So that's where we really like to shine, is the custom work. We also have a brick and mortar storefront where you can come in and get cookies, cupcakes, merchandise, cold items like rolled cake truffles that we do by hand, and all things that you can imagine.
All right, and that was a message from our sponsor, and player of the game today will be presented by Wildflower. Dino, who else do we have to thank today for sponsorships?
Well, Zach, that's a great segue. So first up, we have New Balance. So thank you to New Balance for their support, not only in our endurance program with our marathon teams, our 5K teams, anything we do really endurance related, pickleball, CrossFit, but also with our Project Purple Sports. Without New Balance supporting our Project Purple Sports initiative here with local high schools and high schools all across the country, we really couldn't put on this program. So thank you to New Balance for their support in all our endeavors here at Project Purple. Our second sponsor, that's a local sponsor here in Connecticut. I know we made some big news with them in 2024. Hartford Healthcare. We established what will become Connecticut's largest high-risk screening and surveillance program for pancreatic cancer, as we partnered with Hartford Healthcare with a grant which was the largest in the state of Connecticut's history for pancreatic cancer research for $750,000. To learn more about Hartford Healthcare, the work we're doing with them here in the state of Connecticut, and all our work across the country to help find a cure and help patients, visit our website at projectpurple.org. And make sure to follow us wherever you are on social media. Make sure you subscribe to Project Purple Sports to stay up to date on all things Project Purple Sports locally and regionally here with Project Purple. So, Zach, a tale of two quarters, really, right? I mean, that first quarter was very competitive. We saw kind of back and forth um, between WCA and Seymour, and then that second quarter, we just saw WCA kind of take control of the game and really with their aggressiveness and their three-point shooting. I mean, they really moved the ball really, really well. Very unselfish play. I know we don't have their assists and all their tallies and other than points, but they were moving that ball pretty well.
Yeah, they were. And with that being said, I mean, just really quickly, in the second half, let's jump into some players to watch for Seymour. Led in scoring by Joey Carfiello at 25.6 points a game. You're going to see a lot of facilitation here in the second half by his brother Robbie, who averages about 7 assists per game. Then you have two other 10-point game scorers in Shane White and Logan Hamilton, who look to help the two Carfiello brothers out.
So WCA gets the ball here to start the half. Same starting five for both teams. Williams with it over to Rossi. Seymour in a 2-3, Zach. So let's see if that is any different. A lot of motion here from WCA.
Yeah, it's like a
Petway with
mat.
it. Turnover there. Looks like Seymour had it. It's going to stay, looks like WCA ball there. 14 seconds on the shot clock, Zach.
Yeah, it looks like kind of a matchup zone where Carfiello is kind of flashing down, sinking in, and watching anyone to cut through the middle.
Shooters coming back to the corner. Rossi with a screen. Williams with a deep
Wow.
three. He does not stop. He picks up where he left off, hitting his fourth three of the game, Zach. Makes it a 40-24. Carfiello with a nice drive to get Seymour on the board, but they got to get stops, Zach. If you're Seymour, you got to get stops here.
You know what's so impressive with Williams shooting is he doesn't need any time. He catches the ball in the shot pocket and lets it go. It's very tough to do, and it's very
got to get out of him. What are they doing? His first miss. Rossi with a rebound. Joey Carfiello gets it. He's going to bring it up.
Is not happy there. He was hoping for a foul.
Joey Carfiello with a quick two. Foul by, timeout by Coach O'Leary.
Well, that's, if you're Seymour, besides giving up the three to Williams, you know can shoot the ball. He has 4 threes. They did a good job there at scoring pretty easily and not kind of standing around the outside of the key, moving the ball around.
Zach, I think a term that we didn't use in the first half, but this WCA team, high IQ basketball, right?
Yeah.
And a couple players we've mentioned, Williams and Petway. Williams, as you said, he's so quick to shoot, and he's not a very tall player, Zach.
Well,
I mean,
that's why he has the quick release. He needs half a second to get it off, and he's gotten so good at that. Just he positioned himself to catch the ball in the shot pocket. He doesn't need to dip. He doesn't need to bend his knees. He's ready to go up.
so pressure here by Seymour. Let's see. WCA drives. Williams with it, gives it a look. Petway drives. Euro
Oh,
off the mark.
oh.
Looks like White got hit. I missed who that was on, Zach. Was that on 10? Was that on Carfiello? I think that was on Joey Carfiello. He was in the mix there. 2 shots there for Zaire Moreno. Shane White Jr. looks like he had some contact there.
Yeah,
drive.
He caught an elbow to the face.
So Moreno misses the first. Misses the second. Can't get the rebound. Petway with a deep 3. Carfiello with the rebound.
Well, they almost got killed there by second chance points,
Hamilton drives. Tough pass there by Carfiello. Hamilton drives, floater in the lane. Gets the drop there.
They're going to need him to get going if they want to get back in this game. It needs to be more than just the 2 Carfiellos. Him and Shane both average 10 a game. They're going to need to start finding their rhythm offensively here.
Give and go with Rossi to Moreno. Rossi taps it. Can't get the rebound. A lot of bodies on the floor. A lot of Seymour kids falling here, Zach.
Yeah.
Very physical game here. The refs, as we said a couple times, letting these guys play. Williams drives. Uncharacteristic. He passes. Weaver with it in the corner. Triple team. Good job there by Seymour. Looks like Coach Ronan O'Leary's giving the bottom ref an earful, Zach, about the contact.
It's been a lot on both sides. So if you're going to give an earful, you better give an earful both ways too.
So
a lot of contact.
Anthony Cortella in for Brandon Calabrese here. Robbie Carfiello will bring it up 40-30. WCA. Nice backdoor there.
Oh man, that would have been huge.
Nice pass there from Shane White Jr.
I'd like to see more offensive sets like that and plays designed like that, just to kind of get some movement and confuse the WCA defense.
So Joey Carfield, to shoot 2 here. He's 1 for 2. Makes the first here.
Well, they're now below 10. Let's see if they can continue to chip away. You want to go into the 4th quarter.
It's got to be a 1-possession game, Zach. Carfiello misses the second. So 2 for 4 from the line for Carfiello so far tonight. Williams brings it up. So Zach, something I was going to say though, with this WCA defense, how they play, like in your shorts, as we were saying, that back door is going to be there for Seymour. Nice steal there by Joey Carfiello. Some contact there. It's going to stay Seymour ball. So, but as I was saying, Anthony Rodriguez into the game for Zaire Moreno. So WCA gets a little bit smaller here with the substitution, but when you have that defense right in your shorts, that backdoor play, as you said, to get that, see more of that offensive flow, you're going to have that instead of this one-on-one dribble drive.
Good shot fake.
Rossi controls it. Petway driving. Hamilton tried to take a charge, but I think he moved, gets the rebound.
You're going to need to see Seymour hit some sort of 3-point shot to kind of space the floor out here. It's so compact as Carfiello getting the lane for 2. Cut it to 7 here. but they need some spacing offensively. They're going to need to see a 3 go down.
40-33 here. Can Seymour get a stop, Zach? It's got to come on the defensive side. Williams is moving. He's going to the corner. Nice steal there again from a lot of contact, Zach. WCA players. That might be a technical foul there. Number 2. Mackay Weaver was not happy, but I guess the ref's going to ignore that. I think
he just missed to plant his foot on the line there.
Yeah.
It was a very bang play, but if he was half a second earlier, it would have been an offensive foul.
lot of pushing and shoving going on here, Zach. Hamilton with a deep 3 off the mark. White with the rebound. Petway streaking.
Oh.
Nice job there by Mackay Weaver. Get the and 1.
For a second, I thought he was going to throw it down. Looked like he wanted to, too.
So Weaver looking to make it a 10-point game here. Makes the free throw. 43-33 WCA. Carfiello drives over to Hamilton. Skip pass to White. Gives it a look. Drives. Cortella loses it. 3-on-1 if they have it.
Oh, that's a charge. Whoa, there we go. It's about time we see a charge, Dino. Jaquan Ellis was the master, him and Rossetti last year. You haven't seen one at all so far. Way to go, Logan Hamilton. That's what I'm talking about.
Coach O'Leary was not happy with that sack. I think he's given the death stare to the official, but he was there. Hamilton, White gets it over to Hamilton, beats the WCA pressure here. You got to score off these stops here. Cortella looking back door, looking for skip pass. Robbie pops, pulls, no one there to rebound. Williams will dribble up.
Just the degree of difficulty of some of Seymour's shots here, you try, there's an easy look. Williams, automatic from 3.
Zach, that's his fifth 3 here in this game. Bad pass there. Turnover by Robbie Carfiello, just throwing the ball over, man.
They need to slow it down and get a stop here and then regroup and try to cut into this lead.
WCA's offense is not that sophisticated, though, Zach. It's just this curl around the top, and then they do this handoff, and then they find the open shooters in the corners.
But the issue is Seymour hasn't tried to shoot any 3s and space the floor out, so you see how they're kind of just on cue. Shane will try a 3. Rebound Cortello. Put it up, can't get it to go. But they're not getting enough floor spacing, so everyone's sitting in, waiting for them to come into the lane.
Rossi with another foul here. Looks like he hit someone. A couple substitutions here for Seymour. Brandon Calabrese into the game, along with Jake George, replacing Ant Cortella and Shane White. And Rossi also goes out, replaced by Alex Turner. Rodriguez guarding Robbie Carfiello. Full court man-to-man here. Man-to-man, Joey Carfiello with a deep 3 off the mark. George had a hand on it. Rodriguez tracks it down. Minute 43 here. Turner brings it up. Over to Petway. George bobbles it. Stolen by Joey Carfiello. That's his 4th steal.
But almost stolen back by Petway.
Calabrese, that's who you want shooting 3s. George with a good box out. It's going to be a foul on Jake George. Moreno in for Petway.
White will check in for Hamilton.
If you're Seymour here, you got to get stops. So you got to know where Williams is at all times. Now that Petway's off, Zach.
They have been getting stops, but when they do, they're not converting. So it's staying at a 10-point game.
It's 13, Zach.
Oh, 13-point game.
Tough foul there by Shane White. That's going to be his second on Moreno. Zaire Moreno to shoot 2. (47-33) here. So it looks like Peyton Motel to come in to replace Joey Carfiello here in the last minute of this quarter. Sophomore Motel. Number 10, Alex Colon. So I apologize. We did not have Alex's number originally. Excuse me, Axel. It's Axel Colon. So Axel Colon in for WCA. He replaces, looks like he took out Weaver. Moreno makes the second. 48-33. WCA. Rodriguez guarding Carfiello here. Motel had it. Picks up his dribble. Throws it over to White. Turnover. Axel with it. Off Calabrese. It's going to stay WCA ball. Looks like Motel wasn't ready there, Zach.
He wasn't. He wasn't. Looked like he was a little bit not scared, but just timid there with the basketball.
Picked up his dribble real quick. So looks like Seymour in that matchup zone here. Looks like man to man. Got to know where the shooters are. Got to get a rebound, guys. Williams with a deep 3 off the mark. I think that's his only second miss. Ball's on the ground. Jump ball. It's going to be Seymour ball with 29 seconds. So
the possession was. Oh, you know what? I got the arrows confused from the first half.
So Carfiello, Joey Carfiello, and Logan Hamilton into the game. Instant offense, Zach, here from Motel and George. So 29 seconds left here in the quarter. Let's see if Seymour can shorten this WCA lead. You hold for one or just get the best shot, Zach.
If you have a good look, I'm taking it. You need to score some points here. You don't want to go down 15 into that fourth quarter.
The lack of size for WCA, Zach, here is kind of surprising that Seymour hasn't tried to take advantage of this. Carfiello brothers, that was blocked. I think he'd want that back. You got Rodriguez wide open. Not going to be good, but that was a bad offensive set, and no one got back on defense, Zach. That could have been catastrophic here for this Seymour team. As the quarter ends, 48-33, we're going to pause here for the cheerleaders, the Seymour Wildcats. All right, Zach, so thank you to the Seymour Wildcat cheerleaders. So we're back here. It looks like it's going to be WCA ball. Seymour just got that jump ball, but if you're Seymour here, you're down 15 here with a quarter to go. I know you like to kid me here. I keep saying they need to get stops, which they have to. They have to stop this WCA offense, but they do have to put some points on the board.
Yeah, the issue is when they are getting stops, they're not scoring, and then when they are not getting stops, they are scoring. So it's just the lead doesn't grow, but they're not getting back in the game.
Seymour man-to-man here looks to go to start. Williams looks like he's getting
good hop step.
Ball's batted around. It's going to stay WCA. So Williams not on the court for WCA. Looks like Robinson is out there along with Turner, Rossi, Rodriguez, and Moreno. So again, kudos to Coach Ronan O'Leary. He's gone deep into his bench here, Zach, and rested a handful of his starters, especially the Williams, Jeremiah Williams, who's been lights out from three with 5 threes.
Good pass.
Rossi with it in there.
I'd rest him too in case Seymour comes back in the game. Williams will have fresh legs.
Petway's been out since the middle of that third quarter, Zach. Foul on Joey Carfiello. That's his third, Zach. Moreo with an and one here, opportunity to start the fourth quarter. 50-33. Zaire Moreo, senior. He left. How did he get that? That's a free throw violation. He jumped the lane. That was pretty bad. I know the Seymour coaching staff. Ball's on the ground. Rossi has it. Out to Turner, off the mark. Hamilton with the rebound. Yeah, it's a quick foul.
So if you're Seymour, you need to score on this possession. I mean, their defense has been good. They've only allowed 50 points, but the issue is you've scored 33.
Rami Carfiello, Logan Hamilton, Joey Carfiello, Shane White Jr., and Brendan Calabrese. Hamilton has it stolen. Looks like a travel there. White, Moreo with another two here. Robinson just stripped Hamilton. Another steal there. Carfiello.
Whoa!
Basket's waved off. Coach O'Leary's going to lose it.
Man, yeah. You know, I love a charge, but he got him on the shoulder there. Yeah. Shout out to Carfiello, though, for taking the charge.
Rodriguez with the strip. That's going to be his second foul. Carfiello, Moreo up on him. Just looking to pass. Another almost steal. Robinson with some contact.
I guess if you're Seymour, if you can't score points, at least get fouled, and hopefully you can.
Well, they might be shooting two here very soon.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Here early.
If they can do that, they may be able to chip away at the lead. But the issue, they have no floor spacing. They need to have someone be a threat from three-point range.
Another steal. 3 steals in a row. This one by Rossi. He takes it to the hole. White with it. Gets it up. Almost turned over. Shot attempts off the mark. Calabrese with the rebound. Carfiello up to White. White picks up his dribble, back to Calabrese. Carfiello with it. Hamilton trying to make something happen. One-on-one, just not. White had a hand on it. Off Rossi's going to stay.
Yeah. That was a good hustle play there. So I think what they need to do is, even if they don't make any threes, they need to show the ability or the threat that they'll take them, which I think they've took 2 this game.
No, they've taken 6. Robbie Carfiello.
Looks like they're listening to our stream.
They were listening, Zach.
Because that'll open the floor up and allow you to have the ability to drive, as Williams will try to answer back.
Gets his own rebound, though, Zach. Robinson, White with the rebound.
Seymour needs to run. They need to go. They need to run. They need to steal possessions. They need to play fast. Oh.
White with the turnover and the foul. That's his third. So Zach, turnover starting to accumulate here for Seymour in the fourth quarter here, which is not what you want to see. So 36-54, 18-point lead here, 4:28. Moreo to the line to shoot two. We almost got a player here, Rodriguez, with a nice steal there. Threw it smart basketball, high basketball IQ, throws it back on the court to his teammate.
Yeah, I mean that's just been the difference. It's that defensive intensity and the high basketball IQ of WCA.
Moreo makes the second. He's put together a great game here. Zaire Moreno, excuse me, who's a senior. Robbie Carfield again, almost a steal. Rossi. Here's a travel. Yeah, they got away there with it. If you're Coach Carfiello, I think you're gonna like shaking your head a little bit.
I mean,
we got a lot of refs in the stands here tonight, so apologize for the noise. Robbie Carfiello to drive and one. Anthony Rodriguez with his third.
So, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch here, right? They're down 13.
And you just replace Robinson with Petway, who's your tallest player.
No,
WCA.
17? They're down 17?
17.
17. You got to cut it to 15 by the 3:30 mark. And you need a quick stop here. You need to be all up. At this point, you just want to not foul, but go for steals. And if you pick up a foul, you pick up a foul. But you need to start trying to steal some possessions here. You can't be allowing that to happen. Huge three there from Rodriguez.
He's pretty pumped up, Zach.
Yeah, that was, I mean, he just stepped into it, let it go.
And he's continued to talk to Robbie Carfiello. Hamilton with a deep three off the mark. That's just not a high quality shot, Zach.
I'm not mad at the shot though, because I think there'll be a foul, and I think Robbie. I think the issue at this point is in that first quarter, they showed that they could attack the basketball and they weren't attack the basket and they weren't going to take any threes. And that set the tone for the rest of the game for what Waterbury career was going to do.
Rodriguez with another three. White doesn't back out. Weaver had a hand on it, got it. Williams with a deep three. Carfiello gets the rebound. So, Zach, if you're Seymour, the clock is not your friend here. 3 minutes to go. Down 17. Joey Carfiello drives. He's going to get that call, Zach, every day, all day, being a 30-point scorer here in the league. Going up against the shorter Williams.
So what I do know is the clock isn't your friend, but you are in the bonus now, Dino. Yes. So with how aggressive WCA has been playing, you may be able to steal some points and some possessions if you can get some stops and some steals.
Joey Carfiello makes the first. He's 3 for 5 for the game from the free throw line. White had it. Looks like that's going to stay Seymour ball. White had a hand on it. Went off WCA.
There you go. You stole a possession. Now you need to score the basketball.
Ball was tipped by Ross. He's going to stay Seymour ball. Hamilton drives. Nice two by Logan Hamilton. I like that. I like the aggressiveness.
Get up, go right at it. I wouldn't even allow him to dribble up the court right now.
You got to get a stop. Got to get a stop.
You need to get up on the ball if you let him score, so what? But you got to get up and you got to try to force a steal here.
Williams dribbling, gets it to Petway. Petway drives, takes step, blocked by Carfiello. Looks like Carfiello had a hand on that one, Zach. He gets a block on that one.
So I think Seymour should start to think about
Fouling?
attempting some threes, maybe some
Oh,
threes here.
I thought you were going to say fouling after the score. You got to stop the clock.
You do, but you also got to start. You can't go 2 for 2 then.
Hamilton
Hamilton.
with a deep three.
Thank you.
Good. Makes it 18-point game, Zach.
12.
12, excuse me, 12.
Now you got to get up on the ball, though.
Get that 5 count. Coach O'Leary, he's experienced. He's going to call a timeout here. So 12-point game here. I jumped the gun. My math was off. I said 18. But it's 12 points here. 153 left to go, Zach. We've seen a couple of sparks here for Seymour. WCA hasn't been able to score other than a 3 and an and 1 in the last 3 minutes. So let's see if the Seymour defense can hold WCA here in the last minute 53.
He does let me talk for everyone at home listening. We just had some people ask that. I'm on the scoreboard tonight. It's been a little bit different because I just threw one in. So Dino's been doing a good job at keeping everyone updated play by play while I've been trying to keep the score. And as I did realize, it says second period. It is the fourth quarter here, if for those of you who just are tuning in. But Dino, who did I say the 2 players that needed to step up were coming into this second half?
Hamilton and White.
And White. And Hamilton has stepped up here, scoring 5 points in the past 30 seconds. Now, defensively, they're going to need to get up right on the ball, and they're going to need to go for steals. And if they don't get any steals, then foul. You have 2 to give.
Shane, looking at the Zach, looking at the score sheet here, only 3 players have scored for Seymour. Ooh, Williams with a push there. Carfiello with a steal.
Hamilton is leaving it all out there.
Quick 2 by Anthony Rodriguez. Makes it a 60-46 game. Hamilton dribbles.
He's going to get
Looks like
fouled.
2 shots there. That's going to be on Williams. His third. So, Zach, Robbie Carfiello with that steal. That's his third of the game. But unable to play previous there. Unable to get anything. Hamilton misses the first.
I will say, Seymour has played a very solid, very well done defensive game. Like, they have a ton of steals, I think over 10, but they just haven't been able to score.
Hamilton misses the second. 60-46, 1:11 left here in this game. Williams brings the ball up, guarded by the larger Carfiello. Switch on White, almost a steal. Oh, what happened there? It was Kai Weaver with a quick 2. Joey Carfiello drives, 3 players, a lot of contact. Hamilton gets the rebound. Deep 3 for Hamilton. Zach, this is a little bit of street ball here.
It is. Because we'll get a foul on...
Seymour foul. Let's see who this is on. 4. That's Shane White's 4th foul. Is that his 5th? That is his 5th. Okay, we didn't have him. I guess that's his, excuse me, that is his 5th. Shane White Jr. has fouled out of the game. So let's see if Coach Carfiello takes the 30-second timeout here or just... Nope.
Well, you know what I like to say. You can't take them home with you, you know. Better use them all.
True. So, Keywan Petway to shoot 2 here. Excuse me, 1. He had that basket. Robbie Carfiello with the mix. Foul by Joey Carfiello. That's going to be his 4th. Zach, if you're Coach Carfiello here, 62-46 WCA, 28 seconds left, and Makai Weaver to shoot 2. Looking at the film here, I don't know, probably going to drive him crazy offensively. The offensive inefficiency by Seymour.
That's the only thing that I would say Seymour has done poorly today. Their defense, I mean, they only allowed 63 points. They have a ton of steals. And this is a Waterbury team that is second in the NVL in scoring. So
Weaver makes the 2nd.
they've done a very good job at playing defense, just not offense.
64-46. Shot clock has turned off here. A couple of substitutions. Another steal there from Weaver. He's going to throw that. Nope. Misses the layup. Joey Carfiello with the rebound. Logan Hamilton with a deep 3. Makes it 49-64, Zach. But WCA comes out the victor here in this game. So, for Seymour, 3 players scored, Zach. Robbie Carfiello, Joey Carfiello, and Logan Hamilton. That's it. So kind of offensive inefficiencies here for Seymour tonight. So that's going to be it from Seymour, Zach. Seymour drops to 5-3. WCA goes to 4-1 and to the top of the standings in the NVL. So we'll be back here Friday for another home contest, Zach, right?
Yes, Seymour has Crosby at home at 7, and what will hopefully be a bounce-back game for the Wildcats. Hopefully they can figure out some of their offensive inefficiencies and continue to play defense at a high level.
Congrats to the WCA Spartans. High-quality basketball IQ guys. Very impressive team from losing a couple of seniors, a couple kids that went on to play at the next level, and defending NVL champs along with winning the state championship 2 years ago. So impressed with this Waterbury Career Spartans. Good luck the rest of the way, and we'll see you back here on Friday for Seymour.